All right, guys, video going over lifetime value. Okay, this is probably one of the most important videos you're gonna watch out of all these videos. Let me just put this down a bit. Again, this is like, if you can take anything away from these videos, this is going to be the most important one. Okay, lifetime value. Okay, before we get into it, what is lifetime value? Lifetime value is how much is a customer going to spend in their lifetime with you. Okay, most of you are going to be thinking transactionally and not strategically. AKA, I spend 1K to make 10K. Let's say you're a concreter, I'm gonna run some ads, spend 1 grand and get one job, which is gonna make me 10 grand. The problem with that is that most of your profit comes from existing customers, first of all, okay? You're thinking transactionally, not strategically, okay? So that's not actually your lifetime value, okay? You're not accounting for referrals and this whole formula which we'll get to. And short-term buys kill scalability, it's low margin and you're never gonna scale. If you wanna hit 8, 9 figures a year, like you have to know your lifetime value and how much a lifetime value of your customer is worth and how you can increase that. That is where all of your profitability comes from, okay? It's getting existing customers to come and consistently buy. And if you're saying to me right now, oh, a customer is worth X amount, I guarantee it, it's not true and we're gonna 10X that. If you 10X your lifetime value, you 10X your company. Okay, simple as that. Now, how do you calculate lifetime value? Before I get into that, if you've watched the customer journey video, you know that I would have said Starbucks' lifetime value is $10,000. That means someone who comes through the door, they're gonna spend $10,000 in their lifetime at Starbucks, okay? They're happy to spend 1K to make 10K, but if you said to them, right, you're gonna spend $100 to get a customer, or even $100 to make 10,000. If you just say to them, you're gonna spend $100 to get a customer through the door and they're gonna buy a $10 coffee, you'd be thinking, oh, no, it's not profitable. It's not gonna work for me. It's just never work. Ads don't work. Okay, but if you had the back-end system in place and you said to Starbucks, you're gonna spend $100 and they're gonna spend 10 grand in their lifetime, that's a win-win scenario, okay? And it's probably increased by now from 10 grand. It could be 10, 20, 30, 40 grand now, okay? The point I'm trying to make is increasing your lifetime value is important and that's how you're actually going to scale. It's not gonna be through ads and thinking transactionally, I spend 1K to make 10K. That's not how you're gonna scale, okay? Now, when it comes to the lifetime value formula, what does that look like, okay? And then we'll get into how you increase your lifetime value. So most of you, when I get on calls with you, when most of my clients, I'm gonna say, what's your lifetime value? And I'll think, okay, well, a customer is gonna come in for one concrete job, just an example of an industry. They're gonna do one concrete jobs and jobs range from 10 to 100 grand, so 10 grand. And I'm just sitting there like, that's not your lifetime value, okay? It's not actually how much a customer's worth to you. I'm gonna break it down now, okay? Lifetime value, there's 5 variables or 6. First one is your average session. How many sessions or how many times are they gonna do the concrete driveway? It could be once, they could do it twice in their life. It's a 35-year-old, they could do a resurface once and then another one 10 years from now. Okay, again, this is on average, by the way. Your LTV is an estimate, okay? LTV is based on if a customer comes back consistently buys and hits that lifetime value stage, which is a maximum amount of a customer. That is where you're going to be pushing for. If it's too low, then you're going to have some back-end systems in place. You need some consulting. You need to do something to get your lifetime value higher. Now, times that by average session cost. So if your cost is 10 grand, times it by 10 grand, times it by how many times you do it a year. Okay, average visits per year. If they do that concrete once in every 5 years, it'll be like 0.2. Average client lifespan, how long are they going to stay for? Is it just a one-time job? Do you have packages to keep them coming back? Plus referral revenue. So this is something that people miss out on. If a customer's LTV is 20 grand and you get 20% referrals, that's an extra 20% added to that, which would be somewhere, I think 4 grand. So that's another 4 grand added to your LTV, plus upsells. Do you have upsells in place? Do you sell products, concrete products, whatever it is, to get them from the LTV higher? Okay, now let's break down how to actually increase your lifetime value. You know the formula. Let's break down each one, okay, so we can actually increase it. Let's do a hypothetical example of a concrete company, okay? Average sessions, so concrete resurfacer, you do one average session LTV. Let's do current LTV. Your LTV is one session times average session cost is going to be 10K. Let's say you charge pretty cheap. You do one visit per year. I do one visit in general, okay? So you can leave that out because it's just one visit. Your client lifespan is 1 day, okay? So you can't do the client lifespan. And then you plus referral revenue. You don't even account for referral revenue. and you don't really upsell. That's $10,000. That's what you believe your current lifetime value is. Now imagine we came in and we said, look, this is how you're going to increase your lifetime value. Okay, your average sessions per year, you can still keep it at 1 a year. Okay, we'll do 1 session. Okay, times the average session cost. We're going to increase your price from 10K to 15K, and we're going to change our positioning. Instead of saying we're going to get you the best driveway, we're going to build equity in your home. So you pay 15K and your home's equity is going to increase by 40K. It's an example here. Or it's an increase by 50%, so you're actually paying half the amount because other half is going in your home's equity. Okay, your positioning has changed. So you've increased your prices to 15K, and we've changed your sales team to also increase it. So your average price will be 15, 20K. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, the average visits per year. We say to you, look, let's do a yearly maintenance package where you come in and you reseal their driveway for the next 7 years, which is actually what you're supposed to be doing. And it's going to cost 1K for the next 7 years. Okay, so they do times 1 visit per year, and you do 7 years on average. So 1 visit per year times 7. Okay, now you have to figure this out because this is like a whole different service. It wouldn't be, it's times average visits per year, which is 1 time a year. Okay, times 7, and you times this by the price of the thing, which let's say it's 1K. Every year for that upsell, okay? Plus referral revenue. So now you normally get 1 in 10 refer. We increase that to 1 to 5, which is 20%. So now you plus referral revenue. So if a customer's worth, let's say that's 7 plus to 23K, add 20% on that because it's referral revenue. 1 in 5 people are going to refer, which will be something around 5 grand or 4.5K plus 4,500 plus upsells. So when you finish a job, you actually have referral partners with landscapers. So when you finish their driveway, you go, look, most people tend to do their outdoor area or their landscaping jobs as well. You give them a referral and you take 5-10% of that as well, which could be an extra $500. I don't know, it's an example. Okay, and there's so many more ways you can increase this. You can have like a maintenance, not maintenance, you can have a warranty thing where if they call within 72 hours and they've got cracks in the driveway, we fix it immediately. And that could be another $500 a year for the next 7 years, okay? But let's just say, keep it like that, and let's look at the lifetime value now. Okay, so you've got 15,000, you've got 7K in that maintenance package, which is now 23, plus the referral revenue, which is just 23K, that's 27.5, that's 28K. Now that's assuming each job's worth 15K. We've got clients who are closing jobs for 80K, okay? That's just an example here in a specific industry. Look at that difference. 10K, 28K. And this extra 18K is pure profit because they're not paying for that customer. It's an extra 18K in revenue, revenue. But also, all of this will be profit because they're not paying for customers, okay? Look at that difference. That's a 3X on your current job. And that is how you're going to scale. Would you pay 1K to make 10K, or would you rather pay 1K to make 28K? Okay, that's how I want you guys thinking. Okay, I'll keep saying okay, but anyway, let's say you were a clinic, same thing. Okay, let's say you do average sessions, you do 2, because you just do generic facials. Your average session cost is $100. Average visits per year is 2, so it's 400. It's 2 times 100, which is 200 times average visits per year is 2 per year, so that's 400. Client lifespan stays for 1.5 years, which is 1.5 times 400, which is 600. Plus you don't even chuck your referral revenue, and you don't sell any products. It's $600 your LTV for a clinic. Now let's say your average session costs, you sell outcomes instead of treatments, so you do a 5K or a 3K VIP package. Okay, you get them in for a skin consult, which is $49. You get them to a 3K VIP package, which is now $3K, $3,049. Okay, your average visits per year, you've got that up now to a 90-day thing, and now you do a subscription where every month they get unlimited access to facials, whatever it is, and now they're visiting. So now this will be a formula. So average visits per year for the skin consultation is going. For the membership could be. They come 12 times a year, or they come once a month, which is 12 times a year, times client lifespan could be for the next 3 years, times that by the price of the maintenance, which is like $49 a month or whatever it is, times 49. Figure out the math on that. Let's just estimate and say that is 36 times 49 would be something like 1.2 grams, to make an example, 1.2K. Referral revenue, you have a referral program where 20% actually refer. So now our price is at 4.2K, 20% refer, which is another 1K added to LTV. So now it's 5.2K. And then you also have products and upsells. 1 in 3 people buy some products and some anti-aging cream, whatever it is, which could be another $200 or $300, which is now 5.5K. You've just increased the clinic from $600 LTV, which is not going to be profitable, to 5.5K. Would you rather spend $1 to make, would you rather spend $200 to make $600 or $200 to make 5.5K? This is much more easier to scale, much more easier. You can spend 1K to make 5K and you're still going to scale, but you can't spend 1K to make 600 because that's never going to scale. And that's why we say the customer journey and the lifetime value is important. Do you have a system in place to get someone from a new customer in the door to their lifetime value approach, or to their lifetime value price, whatever? That is where you're going to be focusing all your time. You know, imagine we ran ads and you were a clinic and we spent $1 to, or we spent $200 to get a customer through the door and only making 600. Never going to scale. Let's say you're a concreter. We spend 1K to make 10K, or we spend 1K to make 28K. And that's just assuming your average price is 10K. Again, this could be 80K. You spend 1K to make 100K. This is the stuff people don't tell you. Focusing on the lifetime value. This is how you're going to scale. The only way to scale your company is 2 metrics. Okay, let me remove all this. The only way to scale your company, okay, is to increase your lifetime value or decrease your CPA, which is cost per acquisition. Only 2 ways. There's nothing else that matters than scaling your company than these 2 metrics, okay? CPA is cost per acquisition, LTV is lifetime value, okay? If your CPA is 1K and you cut it to 500, you can scale. If your CPA is 500 and it's very, very low, the easiest thing to do 90% of the time is just increase your lifetime value. Okay, because think like this, if your lifetime value is 10K and you double it, that's 20K, you've made an extra 10K, here you've only made an extra 500. Okay, this is why increasing your lifetime value and knowing your lifetime value is so important. If you can understand this now, I'm telling you, you can get to 7, 8, 9 figures. Okay, it's just understanding the importance of your lifetime value and actually implementing it and understanding and thinking strategical, not transactional. I want to highlight that. Think strategical. How much is a customer actually worth to me? And put your ego aside and say, look, I'm not just thinking transactionally now. I'm going to think long term, because the ads is short term. The ROAS is short term growth. The profit comes from finding out your lifetime value and having systems in place to get your current customers into a lifetime value process. Okay, that is the method to scaling your company.